everyone. We're streaming live from the Cushman & Wakefield booth at ICSC Recon 2019 to bring you what's next in retail. I'm Alana Leffler, Head of Marketing for America's Retail Services, and with us this afternoon is Chee, Senior Manager, Retail Services based in Singapore. How are you, Chee?
I'm good, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm great. How's the conference going for you?
Busy day, but yeah, it's a good day. I mean, everyone has like back-to-back meetings, but we hope, something fruitful turns out. Yeah.
Wonderful. And is this your first Recon or have you attended before?
No, this is my second year here.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, wonderful. And are you getting to meet with our cross-border retail team at Cushman & Wakefield?
Yes, of course. Actually, all of us, we are gathered together as an Asia Pacific team. So if there is any questions about Asia, just pop over and say hi. We don't bite.
Well, that's good to know. That's great.
Yeah.
So let's talk about retail in Singapore. What are the three biggest trends you're seeing in the market?
Right. Okay. Sorry. I think I'll just hold this because it's gonna be a long explanation. Okay. Three key biggest trends. I think the first one will be the experiential retail. This is growing very much, especially in the country. Reason being because I think that's also the key thing to keep shoppers in the mall, to stay in the mall apart from just shopping, dining, but also to keep them coming back. There is an increasing amount of shop retailers having, say for example, a cafe space set aside in the retail shop just to allow for example, the female shoppers to go shopping and then the male shoppers to have a coffee while their partner is picking their clothes. So we see that increasingly over the past 2 years. So I think it's a good approach to keep people in the shop as well. Yeah, so that you don't get your guys actually pushing you to say that, hey, let's go kind of thing. Yeah, so the second one will be the increase in F&B mix in the mall itself. Increasingly over the past 2 years, we have observed that increase significantly. I think back then it was about 15 to 20% for the total retail mix to be F&B, but currently you observe that it has gone up to even 30 to 35%. So compared to Hong Kong, you are seeing at about 23%. As for Europe, it's about 15 to 18%. So yes, so retail. When you talk about retail, people are now also referring a lot to F&B, to how to actually input a lot of F&B options and choices to shoppers in the mall to offer them more options and varieties. The last one would be e-tailers building their brick-and-mortar shop in Singapore. So what do we call e-tailers? E-tailers are your e-commerce retailers. Okay, so they originated from the online platform where they actually have a website that retails their clothing, their apparel, their accessories. And recently, we see a boom in such retailers coming out to have a space in the mall so that their consumers, their following, is able to come to the shop and touch and feel the items that they really sell.
Right.
Yeah, and over the past many years, I think it's a global situation that many retailers have actually moved online. I think in Singapore, it's a little bit different. I would say that it's a situation that people do feel encouraged when e-tailers come to open a shop, because then they can actually feel the brand itself.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's amazing. But let's talk about some examples of these retailers and e-tailers. So what brands, what concepts are in Singapore that kind of relate to these three trends?
One of this is a fashion retailer. Thank you. That's called Love Bonito. So Love Bonito originated from online, founded by three founders, and they have actually emerged as one of the top, top key fashion retailers, moving offline to have about 8,000 square feet of shop space and along Orchard Road. So that's what we call the flagship space. And they have grew to about 3 stalls today within 2 years of their opening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So another one that I would just want to share is actually In Good Company. They are also a local designer. Clothings are, I really like their clothing, I myself. Yeah. So what they do is they have also opened in one of the highest top traffic mall, Ion Orchard in Singapore, and they actually partner with Plain Vanilla, which is a cafe concept in the shop, so that when that's why I was talking about, when the guys are actually having coffee, the female can just shopper can just go and try the clothes, etc. Yeah, so that's what we have seen increasingly over the past year.
Yeah. So this way it kind of caters to every and all types of shoppers.
Yes, that's right.
And actually that kind of leads to my next question. I was going to ask you about more food and beverage and what you're seeing in the retail space. So, concepts like that you're talking about where you can have a coffee. What else are you seeing in Singapore that relate to that, or any experiential really?
Okay, one example I would like to share. There is this development in the Central Business District of Singapore. That's called the OUE Downtown Gallery. They opened about 2 years ago. Obviously, the CBD malls wouldn't trade as well as in a Orchard Road shopping scene. Reason being because there wouldn't be business from, say, Saturdays and Sundays. Naturally, because people don't go to work, during Saturdays and Sundays.
Right.
So what happens is these guys, they were really smart. What they do is that they actually create like a 10 cooking pot kitchens where they actually organize classes for like bachelorette's party, for birthday party, to let people sign up for classes to learn cooking themselves, and then to actually prepare the food themselves, and then do like a whole cooking session and having the whole dining experience in the whole restaurant. So I think this is something that's really cool, and I think you haven't seen that really much in the whole of Singapore. This is something I think you actually do experiential retail together as a whole, to actually allow people to enjoy the whole process of dining and cooking.
And then they're eating the food at the end of it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So they have that time to enjoy everything.
Correct. And
that sounds great.
Yeah, you do it as a team. When you can really hang out with friends, etc. I think there is more such services and experiential retail coming up as compared to just sit down kind of dining experience. Yeah.
Oh, great. Anything else in the way of experiential that you think is really interesting that you should tell our viewers?
I think that's about it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll share more in the next one.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you so much, Chia.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Great. And thank you all for tuning in, and check back tomorrow. We'll be streaming live from the Cushman & Wakefield booth. It's in the Central Hall, 1339. I'm Alana Leffler, and that's what's next.